After years of waiting, Coyote vs. Acme is finally in theaters, and it is well worth the wait. By director Dave Green and studio Warner Brothers, Coyote vs. Acme is finally in theaters after a multi-year wait and battle of trying to get this movie released. If you don't know, the movie had been made and edited and finished, and Warner Brothers was attempting to scratch the entire project and use it as a tax write-off rather than releasing it in theaters. And after multiple years of community backlash, protesting, and legal battles to get this movie released and finished, it is finally here. It releases in theaters August 28th, 2026. I'm recording this on Sunday, the 23rd. I got to see it in an early access screening, and I believe it's well worth the wait. Very good movie that I'm very grateful and excited that is now out. By director Dave Green and starring a solid cast of Will Forte, Lana Condor, and John Cena, as well as many more voice actors voicing the different Looney Tunes characters. First impressions, I had a great time and it was a ton of fun. My theater was laughing the entire time, and it seems to me like they all had a great time, whether it was people my age, older adults, parents, or young kids were there, and they also had a great time. I loved it. I thought it had a lot of heart and emotion to it. I really enjoyed the third act a lot. It follows the story of Wile E. Coyote realizing that he is never going to catch the Roadrunner, both characters from Looney Tunes, and he realizes that the common denominator is the company Acme, which has been creating all these gadgets and inventions that he has used over the years to try and catch the Roadrunner. And through this, he finds a law firm who is actively suing Acme, or trying to win money back for people who have been wronged by them. And they build this huge case and this huge trial to sue Acme and take them down. And there's a ton of hoops and hurdles they have to jump through to avoid being silenced by Acme and get the truth out there. And it's a great story with a bunch of fun twists, fun turns, fun characters show up, ton of great Easter eggs from different Looney Tunes characters you get to see show up. The characters were really good. Wile E. Coyote obviously was great, and the Roadrunner who's in it for a little bit. They have such a great bond, such a great partnership throughout who knows how many years. They do it so well in this movie and show both of them so well. Our main cast, Will Forte plays a lawyer who is the head of the law firm working against Acme. I thought he was really good. He had a ton of funny scenes, as well as who plays his niece in the movie, Lana Condor. I thought she was also good. She, helped move the story along and, kept the, hopes high and kept Will Forte's character on track. I thought she did a great job, and John Cena was great as well. I really loved the turn into acting he's made over the past handful of years. I thought he was good. He plays more of an antagonist in this, but he did a great job and has a ton of great scenes. I thought the direction was good. I liked the story, the writing of it, and there were a ton of great scenes that merged animation and live action. And that's what I really adore about this movie. It had so much heart in that, and it felt so nostalgic, and it just felt so charming the way they mixed it together, and the color palette they used was very great and beautiful to see on screen. I thought the CGI was really well done. I can't really name any scenes off the top of my head that really stood out as not blended together well enough, or the lighting was off. I thought it all looked very good and very well done. I thought the music was very well done. I really enjoyed the song they used in the credits. I've been listening to that, on my drive home. And it accompanies a great score throughout the movie. Emotional impact. I thought it, carried a good amount of emotion towards the end in the third act, in, the final, as the court case is wrapping up. A lot of emotion between the characters, and this bond that you really grow attached to and really see throughout the entire film between all of these characters. Had a great culmination in all of that. I thought the themes and messages were really good. Obviously, it's no surprise that throughout this whole legal battle to get this movie made, I guess one of the reasons they didn't want it made is because big soulless corporations and their evil tactics are a big theme in this movie and a big part of the plot. So I think it was great to see that, and I think I liked how they spelled it out for the viewer. They made it really obvious that these are the good guys, these are the bad guys. So, there's less room for viewer interpretation to mess that up and see the wrong message out of it. I thought that was, good, as unfortunate as it is that it has to be done and spelled out in that way. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Strengths and weaknesses. I thought the strengths, the heart of, these household name characters that show up in it. The animation was very good in it. The emotion. Weaknesses. Obviously it's a kids movie, so it had some scenes that were a little too goofy, a little too much. Obviously, I guess the story isn't too incredibly strong, but I thought for what this movie is, I thought it was a very good story. Not many weaknesses. I think the main strength is the triumphant return that this movie has made, and all the perseverance and everyone involved and all of the fans online that have been pushing for years for this to finally be released. I think it's a great accomplishment for cinema that this has finally come to see the light of day and is in theaters. I really hope that everyone makes it out to see it and supports it if you can. I think we need to see that movies like this can be beneficial, and can be a success. So we get more movies that are more heartfelt and meaningful made in theaters. Now, spoiler talk. So if you have not seen the movie, feel free to click off, go see it, or avoid spoilers. And then hopefully after you've seen it, come back and watch the last couple minutes of this video. My some of my favorite scenes, spoiler wise. I loved all the interaction between Coyote and Roadrunner. I like the twist towards the middle that his entire plan in this lawsuit was to trap the Roadrunner, and then how they really blossomed their friendship towards the end, and realized that they both need each other. And it's more of a friendship than an arch nemesis. Really liked that. Really liked, Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny showing up. I like the side plot with the scientist, and Tweety Bird. I thought that was really good. I'm glad, they gave a good ending to that. Not much spoiler wise to get into. Final verdict. I suggest everyone go see this movie. It's not long. I think it's about 94 minutes, so an hour and a half. Very fun, kid friendly. And if you love cinema, if you're into cinema, this is a big accomplishment in my eyes. And it's just a great time. My rating, I gave it a 4 star out of 5. I really enjoyed the movie. It was a great time, and I think it means so much that it was released. Yeah, I think there were so many bright spots in it. I can't really think of too many weaknesses or any bad spots in the film. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought. If you've been able to see the movie, any suggestions for any other movies you want me to talk about, any movies you're looking forward to the rest of the year, because I know there's a ton I am looking forward to. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.